secrecy and mysteries challenged the official history of Antarctica. In the late 1946, Admiral Richard E. Byrd led troops from the US, Britain, and Australia on a mission to Antarctica called Operation High Jump. This mission involved 4,700 soldiers, 13 ships, and 33 aircraft in what was officially called a research expedition. The part of the story that is seldom told outside of official circles is what Admiral Byrd encountered there. While conventional knowledge of World War II states that Germany was defeated in Europe, which is true, little is often said about the Nazi escape south to their bases in Antarctica. While the Allied powers won World War II on the ground in Europe due to their industrial might, the Nazis had far more advanced technology, and many members of Hitler's regime reportedly fled to the icy continent of Antarctica after the war. It's highly likely Operation High Jump was a military operation to engage these enemy forces and was apparently unsuccessful, as Admiral Byrd and his battle group suffered heavy losses and retreated to South America. A Chilean newspaper, the El Murico, ran an article detailing Operation High Jump on March 5, 1947, where Admiral Byrd stated in an interview, quote, "It is necessary for the U.S. to take defensive actions against enemy air fighters which come from the polar regions. America could be attacked by fighters that are able to fly from one pole to the other with incredible speed." End quote. German secret societies, such as the Thule and the Vril, are believed to already have had access to electrogravitic or anti-gravitic technologies and had created what is known as the Bell craft, named after its bell-like shape. These craft, with their advanced propulsion systems, are thought to have been effective in neutralizing the 13 ships in the battle group. In the years after World War II, many Nazi scientists immigrated into America to work within the medicine, aerospace, and intelligence corporations. This situation makes one wonder if American hands were essentially forced to accept these refugees. And most of them, of course, worked for NASA. One of them was Werner von Braun. The world then entered the Cold War years, but the mystery surrounding Antarctica still persists to the present day. In 1959, the Antarctica Treaty was signed by 12 nations, including Argentina, Chile, the UK, the US, and the Soviet Union, who had scientists operating in and around Antarctica. Fast forwarding nearly 60 years, another Antarctic protection deal was recently ratified in October 2016, this time signed by 24 different nations, along with the European Union. This set aside the largest marine conservation area in the world. Now, the question is, why are America, China, and Russia cooperating on the preservation of the wildest regions of the planet when so many of their current policies are producing increased enmity and tension, and the rest of the world has become an expendable war zone? At the same time, there has been a rise in reporting on events in Antarctica, albeit mostly from tabloid journals. On November 21st, an article in The Sun reported on, quote, "mysterious new pyramids," end quote, found buried in the icy continent of Antarctica, largely discussing a video showing Google Earth images detailing geometric pyramidal structures in the icy tundra. Another article, this time in the Express, also detailed these pyramid structures while outlining scientific evidence supporting the theory that Antarctica used to harbor vegetation and life. And lastly, the Daily Star published an article also describing how an ancient civilization would have been possible due to the scientific discoveries that Antarctica was possibly ice-free in the past, also touching on the intriguing Piri Reis map, a 500-year-old document showing Antarctica on it centuries before the official discovery of the icy continent. In other words, the Western world didn't even know that a continent existed there. Oddly enough, several significant figures have recently traveled to the Antarctic region in recent months, and under very mysterious or vaguely defined circumstances. For example, during the US election, Secretary of State John Kerry flew down to Antarctica to study quote-unquote global warming. Also, former astronaut Buzz Aldrin also visited in recent weeks Antarctica and was forced to cut his journey due to a sudden medical emergency. Furthermore, other notable researchers have been reporting in recent weeks on the potential for a, quote, partial disclosure scenario, end quote, involving Antarctica, with the potential to reveal hidden technologies, information on ancient civilizations, and elite plans for maintaining their powerful grip on planet Earth. However, such speculation is above and beyond what we can actually prove at this point. Nevertheless, continuing Antarctic research expeditions combined with Antarctica's suspicious political past, today's the reported findings of megalithic structures on the barren continent of Antarctica, recent high-profile visitations, and updated political treaties for Antarctica are giving rise to a growing public curiosity about what may really be happening on the uninhabited continent. What's really taking place in Antarctica? And as we know, the only people allowed to be there are researchers. It's not allowed for the continent to be inhabited by residents at any point in time. So I'll leave a link below for you for this. It's on the Daily Sheeple. And I'll also leave a link on yesterday's post, my video concerning the Antarctica pyramids